Now that was a lot longer than what I made it seem on the video, because I was watching videos, kind of going through. I calibrated the machine. I didn't do that on video, but they tell you to do it with a 14 or 15 inch steel wheel with a tire on it. Just so happens the old C10 wheels are 15 inch and they have tires on them. So put that on, calibrated the machine. It's not lagged down, okay? I did balance it with these lift balancer tabs, like what I used on my lift. I had the machine set. There's 3 different aluminum wheel settings, and the 3 different settings are where you put your weights. And I didn't want any clamp-on weights, and I didn't want any weights on the outside of the rim. Although I did get very nice black. I got silver weights and I got black weights, and then I don't know why, but I put silver weights on this one. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Next ones I'll probably put black on. But the way I have it set on aluminum 2, you put weights on this, right on this inner lip here, and then on the very far end barrel, you can kind of see it in there. But as you can see, we're balanced out. And I calibrated the machine and everything. So, and I set the wheel size and all that stuff. I'm just learning. I've never done this before. So, hopefully that's good. But I got 3 more wheels to do. And then this thing, I had to go over it some, because this piece right here was not tight, and it moved on me while I was trying to put the tire on. That was not very good. Not a good thing at all. Anyways, I'm going to try to speed this up for you guys, and put you back in here. And we're going to get all of these tires done. Now all my settings are in on this, so I don't have to worry about resetting all that stuff. So anyways, let's get these tires on. We also got brakes to do. We're going to do that in this video. But just, let's get this done. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. My buddy powder coated these because he is buying this, maybe. I got this for him for work ride, but now we're kind of working out a deal now with, he has a nice newer Silverado LTZ Midnight Edition, and he's buying a tow truck, or at least he's trying to buy a tow truck. So he would like to trade me his truck for the Z plus cash. So then I would have to sell this one, and I'd have to sell my truck. But his truck is a very, very nice truck. Decent miles. Like I said, LTZ, 1,500. It's the only thing. I almost need a 2,500, but I've been doing a 1,500 for how long now? Might as well keep going. And we'll see. If I got this thing good. Very first one went out of the hitch, 0 and 0. After that, it was like after I put the weights on, then what it should have been zeroed out. Then it needed more weights, and I put more weights on. I got all the tires down to a 1/4 ounce of weight in one spot, because I didn't want to keep adding more and more weights onto it. So hopefully this thing's okay. Like I said, I did calibrate it, but it's not bolted down. But it's also not going anywhere. I have it sitting solid. So it would be nice to have this laser work. So I'm gonna have to look into that. That might have to be a tear down here to see if I can fix it. Actually, it looks like that cover comes off. Maybe I'll look into it while we're in between clips here, because I'm going to get back on this tomorrow. So if I get this thing figured out, I'll let you guys know. But we'll see you tomorrow. All right. New day. I had somebody come and look at the Z today. It was kind of sketchy. They messaged me from one profile that only had a picture of a dog. Then they said they were going to message me from their main profile, which had no pictures and no information, totally different name. And so I didn't give him my address. We met at the store downtown, and he came and looked at it and stuff, but I don't know if that deal is going to go through. And I totally agree with the dad. I took him for a ride in it, and the dad said that it was too much car for him. Being a new driver, a 370Z for your first car. I mean, yeah, but if I had a 370Z when I first got my license, I'd be in prison. So anyways, I'm going to tackle the brakes. That's probably all I'm going to get done on this episode. Maybe I'll try to pull this out some, just since I have the fender on here right now. We do have a little bit of play there, though. You know what? I pushed on this, and something was holding this out, and it actually just popped in further. And now it's very close to being lined up. It was like really far off, but I don't know what was holding it. I pushed on it and it went pop, and now it flexed in, and it's very, very close now. So that's a lot better than what it did look like. I'm happy with that. I don't know what the heck was holding that thing. But yeah, I'm contemplating fixing this bumper. I did order one. I just ordered one today again, this time from Summit. And Summit told me it was on back order, but they're going to keep me updated on the status. So I think I'm gonna let that go. I'm going to try to fix this one. There's a lot to do on this one. That's going to be probably almost a whole episode of me fixing a bumper. But if I can get the grill to fit in this and get it to look halfway decent, then yes, because that and this core support must be freaking impossible to get. And I don't know that I can fix it either. So we're going to have to see about that. As of right now, I just set this headlight in here. I think I did throw a bolt in it. And as you can see, right here's where it's supposed to bolt on. And right here's where the tabs are. So it's kind of sitting in the right place right now. I don't know how. I hate to have to use all of these bad parts and put this thing back together, but that just might be what we have to do with this car. It sucks, but I mean, I do got a new hood, new used hood, and it's the wrong color. I thought it was the right color, and I went and saw my buddy, and I said, I think this is the right color. That's just looking at it, not being around the car. And it was said there was no damage on it, and there was damage. And I'm trying to figure out which side it was. It was this side. They probably didn't even see it there, but this is bent down. And I did bring it out a little bit, but here now that I know it's the wrong color, it makes no really deal if I do body work here now. I'll just fix that. And then new fender. We're going to fix the door. It's very close to being able to be fixed. It's just there might be a little bit of damage here, and I just don't know. Guys. I'm struggling on this one because I hate that I can't get parts. I hate it. And this is not a vehicle that you commonly see in the junkyards around here. Yes, regular Elantras, I see those. The parts are different, and it sucks. Anyways, enough with those rants. I got brand new brakes and rotors, and I went with coated rotors because they hold up to rust better, and around here that's what you need. So I haven't even taken a gander at these yet. Here are the pads. Ooh, fancy. Come with new hardware. Nice. Yeah. And I think they just coat the whole rotor. Let me get this out. Yes, the whole rotor is coated. And when they coat them like this, there's no oil on them. So you don't have to worry about cleaning them off, which is not a big deal, but I'm just saying it's completely dry, it's coated, and you don't have to worry about like this clogging up your brake pads. This stuff will wear off pretty easily, and it's like a zinc paint, I'm guessing, but it'll stay nice a lot longer, especially that the coating is on the inside here, because this is where you get all your chunked rust, and they get really crappy. Well, let's look at the original ones. See how flaky it is in here, and see how easy they come off there. That stuff flakes off, gets in your wheels. Yeah, not a good time. The pads look like they had pretty good life left on them, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure these screws are going to be really fun to get out, but I have an impact driver, and that should come off there. Man, this is... Oh, I thought this was really flaky. That's like a grease. All right. Well, let's get some new brakes rotors on this thing. Alright, so there was plenty of pads left on this thing, but this thing has low miles on it for the year, so 87,000 miles is low for 2013. It did a lot of sitting, and when your car sits, it lets rust build up, and then when it goes past surface rust and starts eating into the rotor, and they start looking like this. This will chew your pads down quicker than anything. Your brakes are going to be horrible, and it's just not a good time. Not good for your car. So, even though the pads were good, it's just, from sitting so long, you're better off just to replace them. And it wasn't that bad. I think this whole set cost me just over $100, and that was the pads plus coated rotors. I think it was $90 some plus shipping. The only thing I'm not liking is I feel like that hardware is rubbing the rotor. Well, it doesn't feel like anything's rubbing, but it's making noises. You hear that there's a slight noise, and I was looking and I don't see where it's rubbing anywhere, but we'll see. Could just be the pads chattering because they're loose, because I need to hit the brakes yet, but we'll see what happens. I started looking for parts. I did luck in. Now see, I have that piece there, and there's a bumper mount broke off of that. This one's still on. So I took this one off. There's a part number on the back side. I can't remember if it's here or if it was over here on the back side. I took that part number, punched it in Google, and it brought me this mount up. Well, the right side is one number off from that. So I ordered that one, and still haven't ordered a core support. We're going to look into that. If not, I'm going to reattach this. But that bumper mount, there's still bolts in that. I'll be able to put that bumper mount back on. I think we're gonna try a lift pull with this, just for now, to get it out to where this headlight will fit in and bolt in right. I'm gonna go ahead, throw this one on, get this side done. Ew. And this all came apart a lot better than I thought it would. On Chevys, these brackets right here, they get very rusty. This one's not that bad, probably because it's not high miles yet, but they get really rusty to the point where they push this hardware out. So then when you go to put new brake pads in, they get extremely tight in there, and you're like, this isn't working out. What you need to do is take this bracket off, take it to a grinder, and grind off all that rust so that your hardware can fit up in there tight, and then your pad should fit in right. Not too shabby. Okay, so I feel it's only right now to go ahead and test fit the hood and test fit the bump. I'm just going to use this bumper and we're going to test fit it. I already put the mount in there. I am missing one clip that holds that mount. It'll be fine. The headlight, like I said, the headlight's just sitting in there, so I don't even know if it's where it needs to be or not. Looks like it. So, to put the new hood hinges in, that window cowl needs to come off. So I need to take the wipers off and stuff. And we're getting a new windshield put in, so it only makes sense to just leave that off. It's already ordered. I'm not sure when he can come to do it. Right here, cracked in the corner, spider webbed out and the whole way up to there in some spots. But that's only going to get worse over time. It's not that bad now, but right now is the time to replace it. And my guy said that these windshields are cheap, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So wiper blades have to come off. Window cowl, I don't know how it's attached. I can only assume that it's held on there with the force of God, and it's going to be hard as heck to get off of there. But there's a couple pins here. Those are easy ones. You just push them in till they click, and then they pull out. There's some side trims here, which just twist off. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that off. Not too shabby. Yes, there's lots of fitment issues. That's why I would like to have a new bumper. There's a lot of bendage in this area here. Plus the core support. Yeah, I hand bent that back into place, but my pins don't really line up. The hood fitment's pretty good. Now you got to remember, these fender brackets over here got bent really good. Now I tried to bend them back as straight as I figured they should be. Let me get this pushed in. And there's no bracket underneath here holding this up. I ordered that, which will bring that up like that. But see how this is just not fitting? That's not around the headlight because of it's being broken. And I pushed it kind of back into place, but the bumper clips in, and there's nothing under there to hold it, so that's looking all right. Our gap here is too big, but that continues back to here, so that's my fender brackets that I bent back into place. Need to go in, which will bring the headlight in. See, we have a gap here. I think on the other side it's pretty tight. I think I got all the fitment over here pretty good. The only thing I'm having a weird fitment with is this. Look how it's tight here. And that's the hinge. Like, I almost feel like I need to put spacers underneath the hinge to lift it up. But I tried bending it, and it does come up temporarily, but after you open it and close it once, then you're right back where you're at. But fitment's not bad. This headlight's going to need lifted a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. That's not bad. You know what I mean? And that off-color hood don't even look too bad on there. Black wheels look really good. I'm happy. I'm happy for the night. This is where we're going to end it. Next episode, I don't know if we're going to be tackling this bumper. You can see the fitment issues with this thing over here, and it's just that you're not really going to be able to fix that except for if you sat here with a torch, melted it, kind of flexed it, moved it. There's a lot to be had there. On top of it's pinned to a broken core support or a bent core support, so that's not helping us at all with fitment. And then that hood, this is where that dent's at, and it's nice that it's on the messed up side of this thing. But our fender actually. So next episode, I think I want to mess with this door, try to get all that lined up now that I got everything on here and I can look at it. We'll mess with some more, probably try to straighten that hood damage out. And I don't know when we're doing the windshield. That might be the next episode. I don't know. And being that I'm having the part shortages that I'm having with this thing and getting discouraged with it, I almost feel like after I'm done with this, I'm going to just not get some auction cars for a little bit. Do the work on this thing that needs to be done. Lots of work needs to be done on that. I have stuff that needs to be done on my vehicles. I've been putting off airbag sensor for in my truck. My wife's exhaust has a hole in it. The Infinity, we have a new lens. We're getting moisture in the driver's side lens real bad. I bought a brand new lens to go on there, so we're going to reseal that. I got the new butyl sealant that goes around your headlights. New lens, I don't know when that's going to be here. Lots of stuff. Water pump in the Subaru. New radiator lines. I got that. Yeah, I got lots, and then I'm building a front porch on the house on top of all that. Which that's probably going to come sooner than later because my wife is up my hiney. So if you guys like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom has damaged goods but she's still drivable. And we'll see you on the next episode on Wrecked. You chillaxing at the end of the day here? Huh? Is that what you're doing? Ow, you bit my toe? You little monster!
It's playtime.
Ow! Why you bite my toe? Huh?
Yeah.
Hi.
You just turned the TV on or something.
Gee. Monster. Princess, how are you? Oh, clean bed. You love a clean bed, don't you? Do you love a clean bed? Oh, it's so squinty.
What is this?
What is this?